Hey Sarah, it's Albert here with ClickFunnels Support. To go over this link issue here. All right, so let's go to your button here. So I did go over this in the last video. Maybe I just went by it too fast. All right, so what you're going to do is, so basically the issue is whenever you're in a settings area, like whenever these boxes pop up here on the right side, these are the settings areas. So you can copy links all day long with your mouse, but in these, when it comes to these, you can't paste them. Like you can paste them there, they'll show up, but they won't stick. It's just by design, it's just how the code works and on the platform. So what you have to do is, so you have to hit on your keyboard on the bottom left of your keyboard, go to Control, the C, CTRL, and then hit V. So Control V is in Victor, all right, and that will place your link there, so that will actually save. All right, that will actually paste it. For some reason, the code, that's just how it will only recognize when you actually paste it using the keyboard. Okay, so that goes for any settings area, and that also goes for see again a settings area, and that goes for the same thing here. Okay, all right. So now the only reason I was showing you this area here is when it comes to an opt-in page, it's because I wasn't sure what page you wanted to use, you were actually addressing initially. Okay, so with an opt-in page, if you wanted to have them opt in and have all that data saved, then you would use a redirect, right? So it would actually submit the data, the email and name, submit that, and then also, secondly, it would redirect to another page. Okay, so but in your case here, you don't need to do that. You just need to address your button here. You just need to come here and then correctly paste using Control V. Okay, all right, now to address the YouTube video size, so I'm not sure what template you used. So some of these templates are a little bit older. As we go through updates, the video elements still have some of the old data in the background. Okay, so the best thing to do is to go ahead and just go ahead and delete this. Okay, and then you can come up here to elements and then add, scroll down to, let's find the video here real quick. Let's see, hold on a second. I scrolled right past it. There we go. All right, so you just grab this. You can grab it and then go ahead and, now it's not going to save, so you can just grab it and drop it, okay? And you can see already right off the bat that it's larger, okay? So you can tell the difference right off the bat, okay? So this is what you need to do. Just go ahead and delete this one, okay? Place this one and then go through and then grab your link and make sure you go to YouTube and then place your URL, and again, paste your URL with Control V, okay? All right, and that should take care of your solution. Now this isn't going to save. I didn't save anything, so this will automatically go back to its natural state before it was the last save. Okay, just give me 1 second. I want to make sure I addressed all your questions. All right, so let's address so your background image, as you saw in the preview. So when you go up here, as you noticed, your background is the actual background behind all of these sections here. So ultimately, these are all coded. So these are all like separated by code, right? So, and that's in the background. So each section where you see a highlighted section here, like that, right here, and then even here. So you'll need to go, if you want it back here, so you can see your image in the background, the transparency, right? Excuse me, real quick. So what you can do is, now you can either add the image here, okay? But you can also adjust here. Let me see here. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to go through this way. Okay, so I had to go through this for a second. So this is a different template. Now, in some of these templates, as you can see your picture, as you scroll, you can see the image in the background. So some of these templates, you're able to come through and go into the settings and change the opacity, which is the transparency of the color here. Now, this one, you can't do that. So what you can do is come through here into this background. So this is the direct, most forefront background, right? So you can come here and add your image there. Okay, so you add your image there, and now that is going to show up behind this, okay? So you can see how it's stacked in layers, right? And then you could just take that background image out of here if you want, because I don't see it on your preview here. Probably in your preview, the live actual. Yeah, okay, so it's in the live. Once this adjusts, once you replace this video element, it will adjust. I saw it for a split second there. It showed the background image. This will adjust size. It will probably pull up, and then this lower section will adjust along with this screen here. All right, and then you'll be able to see that background. But you can take the video, I'm sorry, not the video, you can take the image off of the background as I suggested and place it in this background here. Okay, so sometimes it just takes a little bit for us to kind of add an image, see how it looks, and if it blends with the other image in the further background. All right, and give me 1 second here. So I just wanted to go over this with you just while I'm kind of like messing around with the editing here. Excuse me. All right, so you pick the section here, and if I want to make this area smaller, this is just so you can get familiar with messing around with some of the settings here and adjusting things as you go along, right? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get a background image here. Let me go ahead and make a selection here. And a nice bright one. All right, see, so you can see here, now that is the background here, directly in this section here, right? Because I was in there, I was in the editing area. Now here's the background. Give me 1 second here. Now you can see in this template, it's different, right? So this template, I can't actually click for a section like you see here, right? So this is where I'm going to go to this background image here, because this is a different template. It's just set up different, right? So here I'm going to go ahead and then I'm going to grab, we'll just grab this. Let's grab the same one. There we go. All right. Just so I just wanted to show you the differences between some of the templates, how they're set up. There's a lot of different variations and the settings vary. So it takes a little bit of kind of negotiating around and kind of finding your way through, figuring out, okay, I'm on this template. There's no clickable background. So I'm going to go ahead and use this background here and drop an image there. And then you can come in here and then adjust like this background here. You can actually change the color. If you don't want an image, right, you can actually come in here and then just change the color, right, to something that is relevant to your color scheme. Obviously, I would have to remove this picture, right? Let's see here. I'm just going to go with something basic. All right. So and obviously, I could see that there's some older software here. I'm going to go ahead and have this picture back here is not big enough to fill this area, right? So these are things that you just figure out by trial and error, just kind of trying different images and figuring out how to work your way through different templates, okay? All right. So ultimately, to address your issue, I would come through back here and I would go ahead and grab an image. All right, just make sure you're in the right section. You're not in here. Just make sure you're in the right section here, and then go ahead and drop the image back there. Okay, and that will show on the left and right. And then here, you can come in here in this area, and you can adjust your background color. Now, I'm not going to save anything. As you can see here, you can adjust those colors. Okay. All right. That way, it's at least within your color scheme or whatever you feel is suitable to match your background. Okay. Hey, real quick, I just wanted to address another one of your questions. So if you ever come to a template and you don't like the layout, so I see in one of the video you were showing me, I'll just bring this right here where you're going over the different sections and you're talking about the background here. Now, if you ever don't like something, you can always just come in here and literally just delete everything, right? Delete everything on the page, okay? All right, go and delete that. All right, and just basically start with a very blank page, right? And you can have your initial background as you have it right here, right? So you start with the initial background here. And then, so these areas right here, as you can, I'd recommend that you go through and play with this and play with the design, and go ahead and add a section, right? So the difference here is the width, right? So this is how you can widen the bigger section, the ones in green, right? So let's go with the let's go with the full width. So you can see how large it is here, right? So it looks a little bit bigger there than that one here. So you can come in here and adjust your margins and obviously your top and bottom, and then your left and right here. You can adjust those to specific sizes, okay? Anything beyond what these are capable of is going to require custom code, okay? And that's not something that we do. That's something that you would have to look outside, okay? That's just for your knowledge, all right? So, and again, so you're going to start with, let me cancel this. So you're going to start with the section, okay? And then you're going to add a row. So if you see here, you can go ahead and select. So in that video that you were showing me here, it looked like it was a 3 row. So you have ultimately 3 sections here, or 3 rows, I'm sorry. And you have a space in the center and you're trying to get this image closer. So what I would suggest is you're going to want to go with a row or a column here, right? So here, let me show you the difference here. So I'll go ahead and select this and drop that. Here, I'll just add it. Go ahead, add in. So you see that it's just one big box, okay? And then let's go to the next one. Come on. There we go. Hold on, let me delete this here real quick, just so there's no confusion here. Go and delete that. And then go ahead and delete this guy. So ultimately what I'm getting at is that you can create a wider or a smaller area with, instead of having 1 or 2, I'm sorry here, this is being a pain in the butt right now. There we go. There we go. All right, let me add in this one here. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about right here. So right now in that video, and again, you can see as I'm moving through this stuff, it just takes a little bit of finagling. You can grab these areas like this here and shrink them down. Once I have some content in here, I can move this stuff, right? So you can grab these tabs here. Well, you can see I can do it right now. So it's just easier once you have your content in there. But you can bring it closer by doing this and just kind of adjusting that, right? Or instead of getting a row with 3 areas here, you're going to want to get the smaller one that just has the 2, okay? So it would just be 2 single boxes side by side, and it will eliminate this space here in the center, and therefore bringing that image closer to your opt-in box, okay? So for example, there we go. Go ahead and add an image, all right? Right, and then if I wanted my input fields and all that stuff, I can add that in, okay? Like your email and all that stuff, okay? But that would be if you chose a different section here. So let me try to actually add that in. It's going to show up. All right, give me a second here. Okay, so I just had to mess with this a little bit. Sometimes our templates, it works a little bit better when you hit the plus sign here. So that's just simply what I had to do here, and I'll just go over that for you real quick. So I'll just go here, I'll go to the blue, and then I'm just going to add a 2 row here, right? So there you go. So you can add your image here, and then you can add your opt-in box here, okay? Bringing those 2 together, okay? Okay, so this is a really long video for you. Apologize, but I had to go over all those things for you. I just wanted to make sure you had plenty of content to go through and some more detailed information. All right. Okay, so I wanted to address your last question to get rid of that, the section in your funnel below this area. So, and again, this just depends on how the template that you've chosen is set up. Now, because you added the background image,